Hello everyone, a very good morning to all. Welcome to Officers at the 247 class. So as IABF announced the JIB date, so I hope everyone has started your preparation for the upcoming examination of the JIB. Okay, so basically you have to manage the three papers in this JIB examination, that is PPB, AFB and LRB. So I hope everyone just make the perfect study plan, perfect timetable for your preparation. Okay, so before to begin this session, I would like to say if you have not downloaded the Adda 247 application, if you're first time just first time visiting the Adda 247 Adda 247 officers Adda 247, so you can just download the Adda 247 application as well as subscribe the officers Adda 247 YouTube channel so that you can get notifications, you can get regular update from our side. Okay. Now another very important thing, something big is going to become, and that would reveal on the 3rd of April at 11 a.m. Okay, so for that I am just saying to you, just subscribe the Officers Adda 247 YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of all the sessions, all the important sessions. Okay, especially that session, because something big is going to become. So that would reveal on the 3rd of April, right? So now after that, I would like to say, our target batch has started, and PPB LRB classes is also started, and this batch especially for the English medium aspirant, like whatever the sessions you are going to be take, that all are based on, that all will be the fully exam oriented, like whatever you are going to be understand, that all based on the fully exam oriented class that is going to be arranged. So in this batch you are going to get multiple mock tests, multiple ebooks, as well as if any chapter you are going to, like if you just stick in any chapter, you can easily interact with us. So that is a very important features of this batch. So I think you should just enroll in this batch. Okay, and this is also a very convenient price, like you just have to apply the code Y422, and with this code you are going to get a maximum discount on this batch. Okay, so don't miss out this golden opportunity, because prices just set to rise soon. So this is a price rise alert also. Okay, so now understand a very important session we are going to take here, because your module B is a very important, and for that, what we are going to understand, that is account categories. In the module B, actually from the module B, we are actually just going to understand how to make the debit transactions, how to make the credit transactions. That all we are going to understand. For that, your basic should be very strong. Okay, so that all we are going to understand in this module B, and in this chapter, that is maintenance of the cash and subsidy books and ledger. Okay, so today we are going to understand account categories. Okay, in what categories accounts is classified, we are going to understand this. So in the module B, that chapter is a very important, and if I say, in the module B, every chapter is a very important, because module B is actually just creates you the basics of the accounting. Okay, and if you just understand module B in a very clear way, then module C would be cakewalk for you. And I want to say that in module C, some chapters are just stands for the difficult level. That means there is a some you feel some difficulty to understand that, and but you if you understand the module B in a very clear way, then module C would be cakewalk for you. Okay, so basically, module B, you are going to understand, like how to make the debit and credit transactions of any entry that is going to be occurred in any business. Okay, so that you are going to understand, like if any transactions is occurring, then it is affecting which accounts. Okay, so that you are going to understand in this. Okay, so if I'm talking about like account categories, then in order to obtain the details of an item, the business transactions are recorded into the accounts. So whatever the business transactions that is going to be occur in any business, that is recorded into the accounts, and that's why it is just it is broadly categorized. It is broadly categorized in some categories that we are going to understand. So the recorded in the document is analyzed in order to show the effect of the transactions. Okay, So that all we are going to understand. Do not worry about that. So we can just understand, what type of the account it may be. Like it may be an individual account. Okay, it may be an individual account. It may be account of any firm, anything, right? So it may be account of that, or it may also be an account of the income or expense, right? So that type of the accounts, it is just an example to understand. Like if I say with what type of the accounts that actually just that actually happen in any business. So like it may be an individual, it may be of any firm or thing, it may be of the income or expenses, right? So that may be the accounts, right? So account is prepared for each type of the assets. Look, understand, account is prepared for each type of the assets, liabilities, revenues, expenses. Okay, okay, so for that, account is prepared, right? If I'm talking about the cash, suppose that I'm talking about the cash, that means cash may be cash receipts as well as the cash payments. Okay, so for that is actually accounts is prepared, and for that accounts is just broadly categorized in categories. So now we are going to understand that how many type of the accounts there may be, and broadly classifications of the account. So if accounts is actually classified into two broadly categories. First is understandable as a personal account, another one is understandable as a impersonal account. Okay, so if I'm saying that accounts is broadly classified into which categories? First is personal, another one is impersonal. Okay. Now another important thing, if I'm talking about personal account, is further classified into subcategories. Like first of it, like natural personal account. A very important, that is natural personal account. Another one is artificial personal account. This is also understandable as a artificial personal account. Another one is representative personal account. All right. So that is actually broadly classified into two categories. First is personal, another one is impersonal. Personal account further classified into three categories: natural personal account, artificial personal account, representative personal account. Okay. In ahead, if I'm talking about in further lectures, like we are also going to understand the golden rules of the accounting. Okay, so on that, that classification would really helpful for you. So you have to understand all this in a very precise way. So personal account is further classified into natural personal account, artificial personal account, as well as a representative personal account, right? Now, if I'm talking about the impersonal account, so impersonal account is further classified into two categories. The first is that is known as a real account, another one is known as a nominal account. Okay, so as it names implies, like I just I just explain you in accounting, like whenever you see any name, if you are just see in the accounting, that it itself representing its definition. Like if I'm talking about the personal account, that actually belongs to the personal account, person's account. And if I'm talking about the impersonal account, that means it belongs to impersonal account. Okay, so personal account, that is classified natural, artificial, representative. Another one is impersonal, that is classified into real and nominal account. Okay, now another very important thing, that is what is natural person account, and what we understand by the natural personal account. Okay, so as it names implies, like I explained you, like in accounting, like natural personal account. So as it names implies, like term natural person means persons who are creation of the God. So who are the creation of the God? That, like if I'm talking about that account, that is known as the natural personal account. Okay, and that may be any proprietor's account, that may be any supplier's account, that may be any receiver's account. Like if I'm talking about any person's name, suppose that I am talking about Ashish, okay, so that is a person name, that is a creation of the god. Okay, so this is just an example. Okay, so if I'm talking about like it may be a proprietor's account, it may be a supplier's account. Okay, from that you actually just purchase the goods, suppliers account, receivers account. So that all we understand as a natural personal account. Okay, so natural personal account is actually belongs to your creation of the god. Now understand another important personal account, that is artificial personal account. So these accounts actually include a company's account, any company's name. Okay, so like company's account, corporations account, any institutions account. Okay, so that actually understandable as a artificial personal account. So like if we are going to understand in another chapters where you are going to understand a different concept of any business. So if I'm talking about one of the concept, that is business entity concept. So for that, suppose that this is the owner which is named as whose name is A. Okay, and A's company's name is XYZ Limited. Okay, so if any transactions is going to be occur in this business, if any transactions, if any business is going to be occur, that all would be named on the XYZ Limited. That means both are the different entity in terms of the accounting. Okay, so that you have to understand. So whenever we are talking about the artificial personal account, that actually belongs to any company's account, any corporation's account, any institution's account. So that all are just recognized as a persons in the business dealings. Okay, so that all are understandable as a person, because this is known as an artificial personal account. This is not the creation of the god. So that's why it is recognized as the artificial personal accounts, because whatever the business transactions is going to be occur, whatever the business dealings that is going to be occur, that would be on the name of the companies, corporations or institutions. So that's why it is understandable as a artificial personal accounts. Okay, so if I'm talking about like any limited company account, any bank account, okay, any firm account, any club account, that all are belong to the artificial personal account. I hope it is understandable for everyone, right? Now another important personal account that we are going to understand, that is representative personal account. So as its name implies, representative, that means some account that is representing of, or say that is a representative of all the all the subgroup items. Okay, so that is actually understandable as a representative personal account. So that represent a certain person or group of the person. Suppose that this is a company. Okay, and suppose that company just not having a enough of fund, so that's why company is not issuing the salary to its staff. Okay, so like for March month, suppose that company is not issuing the salary, so that is actually understandable as outstanding salary, because salary is not paying by the company for the March month. That means this would be just entered into outstanding salary account. Suppose that salary is going to be pay like if I say that is 20 lakh rupees for the employees, and suppose that company is not having the enough fund, that's why company is not paying for this month. Okay, so that means that 20 lakh would be under outstanding salary account. Okay, so that means this is actually representing or representative personal account. This is considered as a representative personal account. Okay, so whatever the transactions is going to be occurred in like outstanding salary account, suppose that rent is not paid, so that means it is also understandable as a outstanding rent. Okay, so that type of the account comes under the representative personal account. I hope it is understandable for everyone. So this is basically known as a your rent outstanding account. Okay. So whatever the rent is outstanding, that would be mentioned in this rent outstanding account. Whatever the salary is outstanding, that would be mentioned under outstanding salary account. So that is the basic, no, that is the basic definitions of the representative personal account. After that, another account that is very important, and that would come under, your impersonal account. Okay, so you only have to understand that all assets, like if I'm talking about the real account, okay, so all assets comes under the real account. And assets, whenever we are talking about the assets actually classified into two categories. The one is known as a tangible asset, and another one is known as the intangible asset. Okay, so that asset, what we understand by the tangible asset and what we understand by the intangible asset, that asset which have a physical existence, or that asset which can be touched, okay, which can be touched, which can be feel, that is known as a tangible asset. Like if I'm talking about example of this, that is land, any building. Okay, so like if I'm talking about the cash, that is actually a type of the asset. If I'm talking about the furniture, that is actually your tangible asset. And one question definitely you are going to be get from the tangible and intangible asset. Okay, so that means this is a very important topic you have to understand. So intangible asset, actually the land, building, cash, furniture, that all come, that is known as a tangible asset. And what type of the what type of the things comes under the intangible asset, like goodwill, trademark. Okay, so that all are the example of your intangible asset that you have to understand. Like that asset you cannot touch, you cannot feel. Okay, and which do not have a physical existence, that means that asset is known as a intangible asset. So like goodwill, trademark, that all are the example of the intangible asset. And based on that, you are definitely going to get one question in the examination. So in the real account, like assets that are classified into tangible, intangible, and tangible asset also, just examples of the tangible asset like land, building, cash, furniture. Intangible asset like goodwill, trademark. So that's all are the examples of tangible and intangible asset. Okay, now we are going to understand another important account, that is nominal account. So nominal account, whatever the expenses, if you're talking about any business. Okay, so that means in any business, income would also generate, expenses would also occur, income like profit would also generate, and losses also occur. Okay, so that means in any business, whatever the incomes, whatever the gains, whatever the expenses, whatever the losses, that all occur in whatever that is occurring, that all comes under the nominal account. Okay, and in the golden rule of accounting, we actually understand a formula like how to make the debit, or what type of the things that would come under the debit, and what type of the things would come under the credit side. So that is a very important thing to understand. So the first step of that, you have to understand what type of the transactions that actually comes under which account. Okay, so now I think this is a clear to everyone. If I'm talking about like any company's name, like XYZ Limited, suppose that if I'm just talking, if I'm just asking to you, like XYZ Limited comes under which account category, so your answer that would be, that would be artificial personal account. Okay, if I'm talking about any outstanding rent, and the same type of the questions that is actually asked in your examination, like if I'm asking you outstanding rent, that would comes under which account category. So you should know about out, if there is a term that is outstanding, that means it is actually representing, that means representative personal account. Okay, if I'm talking about any person's name, like if I'm talking about Mohit. Okay, so Mohit, that is actually the creation of the god. Okay, so that means this is just understandable as a personal, natural personal account. So that you all have to understand. If I'm talking about like any land, any building. Okay, so that would comes under the which account category, then it would comes under the real account category. So that all you have to understand in a very precise way. Okay, so I hope this session is useful for everyone. So that's all for this session. Now we will meet on the tomorrow. So one more time, I would like to say, if you are just liking our sessions, just do not forget to hit the like button on this video. Okay, and just share this video to your friends, your colleagues, and you should just enroll in one batch, because there is a hardly 40 days left. So this is a very correct time when you should just start your preparation for upcoming examination of the JIB, right? So now I'm going to show you how you can enroll in a target batch, because this target batch is a very important if you are aiming for this upcoming JAIIB examination. Okay, because this is a not a exam where you can get the easy moderate question. Here you have to be a fully focused on the basic concepts of every subject. Okay, and that all you are getting in our target batch. Like, you will get everything like mock test, ebooks, as well as the live sessions. Okay, and that's a very important for clearing your examination. So now I'm just showing you how you can enroll in a target batch. So you just first have to visit the Adda 247 website. Let me show here. Okay, so this is your adda247.com. That is your website, and after that you have to go to the JIB CIB section, where you can find the JIB CIB and another competitive examination related videos. Okay, so you have to go to the JIB section, where you can find multiple batches that is actually running for you. Okay, you can enroll in any kind of the batch, and meanwhile you can also enroll in any particular batch like PPB, LRB, AFB. Okay, so I'm just talking about, if I'm talking about the new target batch that is already started, and your AB class is going to start from the 11th of April. Okay, so you have to simply just go to the JIB target batch, and where you can find multiple things that is equally important for you, like mock test you are getting, ebooks you are getting, and 130 hours live classes you are getting. And the most important thing, that the study plan, like PPB study plan, AB study plan, and LRAB study plan, you all are going to get this. Okay, after that you have to go to the buy now section, where you have to use the code, that is Y422. Let me write here. So you have to use the code Y422, and with this code you are going to get a maximum discount. Okay, so you can see now the price is so much reduced, and this is a very right opportunity that you all should enroll in our target batch. Okay, because this is only one time investment, right? So now I would like to say thanks for watching me here. Thanks for joining me here. Like this video if you're liking our effort, liking our content. Share this video to your friends so that maximum number of our colleagues can join with us. So once again, thanks for watching me here.